Hello everybody and welcome back to the Super Mario Odyssey playthrough. So, we have beaten all of the story moons in the Sand Kingdom. And now that that's complete, once again, we could very well just leave if we wanted to. We have more than enough moons. I mean, we have 34, but yeah, we're going to go for more. This gentleman right here is Hint Toad, and Hint Toad is pretty helpful, because if you pay 50 coins, he will give you a hint. He will mark the location of a moon on your map. This can be incredibly helpful, because if you know where a moon's located, then you should, by rights, be able to figure out what you need to do in that specific location. And I've just missed that bird. God damn it. That's probably going to happen quite a lot, I feel. And if you speak to this Tostarine here, you will begin an epic long side quest, where this Tostarine is going to be taken by the gentleman from Metro City to... well, from the Metro Kingdom, New Donk City. He's just going to take you wherever the hell he likes. And he's going to go off on this journey across the globe, and it's going to be pretty awesome. And also, look at the little doggy. And it helps us. Oh, it's just so cute. When I found out that that was how to get one of the moons, I was just like, oh my god. This is the best thing ever. It made me so happy. And these 3 purple coins. Oh, they're nasty. Because I would say that pretty much they are the only purple coins in the entire game that are hidden in a location like that, where they're just off the edge of the map. Just like, no. That ain't cool. But yeah, as with the Cascade Kingdom, the plan is to get as many moons as is physically possible before we leave Tostarina for the time being. I'm still debating how many moons I'm going to show off after I've beaten the game, but that'll come in time. We'll see whether the brain goes, you know what, I want to try and do the double 100%. I don't think I will, because Jump Rope Genius makes me want to cry. But there are still a lot of fun moons that I want to show off, so it'll all be good. And yeah, that was our last seeds that we needed to find. So, obviously, after time has passed, you can get the moons out of the seeds that have come out of the flowers and the bloom, and it's quite awesome. It's a very quick, very, very quick set of moons you can get if you know where the seeds are. And actually, if you get them before, well, as soon as you start Tostarina, then they'll be done by the time you have beaten all the story moons. So that's a super easy 3 moons that you can get if you wanted them. And I feel that we've used up our desire of the poncho right now. And also, you know, we've got enough money, so we're gonna go get Mario's boxer shorts, because clearly that is a costume that we all needed. In the meantime, I'm going to get the cowboy outfit, because the cowboy outfit is pretty fun. And I can't remember what game it actually originates from. Because the thing with pretty much all of the costumes in Mario Odyssey is that they have some sort of... Well, they are inspired by outfits that Mario has worn throughout the franchise over many, many, many years. And, I mean, I think part of it is the cover of one of the Mario Party games, which is, I mean, is pretty awesome, if you ask me. So, most likely it is Mario Party 2, yes. It's pretty close. The poncho look with the sombrero comes from the Game Boy version of Kicks, which is obviously a very strange game to reference, but there's a lot of those in here where it's just like, wait, why are you referencing that? But there are some amazing little references in those costumes and they're great, I love them. And what I do quite like is you've got locations like this which are effectively the Mario Sunshine secret levels, which honestly, despite the fact that the game wasn't intended to work without FLUDD, they were quite cool sections. And they are quite cool sections here, although obviously I am failing miserably in getting through this section. I can do this successfully. In fact, I have, but let's just say that it didn't go quite so well on this particular run-through. And also, let's just say that I had a few technical mishaps, shall we say. Basically, what I have realised as I was recording this game is that the reason that I was getting video glitches when I was playing through Eternal Sonata, and also through this, because it was happening when I was playing this, is that my laptop just doesn't like recording 1080p videos anymore. And please, thank you, you're going to get the moon there, brilliant. So yeah, I can't record 1080p videos because my laptop just freaks the hell out. And it was what was causing these weird artifacting glitches, which were just wrecking my recordings. And wow, very well done, me. That was a spectacular performance. But yeah, it was happening here, and I was just going, what's going on? Why? And I didn't click until I was trying to render, because I was trying to do a test render, and for some reason it just wouldn't let me do 1080p. And I was just like, but why? And yeah, it just won't let me do it anymore. So it's a bit depressing that I'm going to have to settle for 720p, but to be honest, most of the games that I have planned at present, anyway, are only at max 720p, so really, that's not a problem, and my god. Oh, this is just embarrassing, really. What's really annoying is that when after I'd recorded this and I went back in, I thought, I'll do it again, but I'd saved after this and it was, it just broke my heart. But I did go through it and got everything, one fell swoop. It was beautifully excellent and executed. I was super happy, because I thought, oh, I'm not going to be able to use the... I'm not going to be able to use the footage that I'd done, because I thought that the glitch that had occurred had completely thrown the entire thing out of sync. All I can say is that I was just really lucky that that didn't happen, and I was able to use this footage so that you got me getting everything for the first time. You just also got all of the ridiculous number of deaths that occurred during that section. And thanks to the magic of editing, I was able to seamlessly transition back into that second set of recording, and had I not mentioned that I'd had those problems, you wouldn't have known the difference. But yeah, those recording glitches did just cause me so much grief, because it was just awful, because I ended up having to play the start of this game that many times. It was driving me potty. I love this game, and I love the start of this game, but having to replay it multiple times because your blooming capture card's going absolutely out of its mind, it's not fun. And it made me very concerned, because I just thought that I'm not going to be able to... Why can I not record? It broke my heart. Because I thought, well, that's the end of me then. And... I really did nearly give myself a heart attack. I'm going to keep doing that, aren't I? Just running perilously close to death. I am, however, just going to cheat this. What you're supposed to do, obviously, is platform your way across that, but no. Just use a jacksie. Because it's so much quicker. So much quicker. And this is an interesting moon to get. You've got to work in a circle, but the arrows that guide you disappear. Now, what's really annoying is that when I did this the first time, like the first time ever, I did really well. When it came to recording it, it was very interesting. Let's put it that way. Clearly, trying to record things clearly, my brain doesn't like me. And I like that we can take control of a cactus. And something that I didn't notice for the longest time is actually if you run into cactuses, or the cacti, then Mario will end up with the spines in his nose. And his nose is like all red and swollen. It's hilarious. And once again, another one of those just little bits of detail. It's brilliant. And this is just quite cute. Although why this bloody Jaxie is withholding power moons from us is beyond me. It's just like, mate, don't do that. Just give us the moons because we're trying to save the world. And I believe that that is the moon that Hint Toad suggested we find. Which is really helpful. And I do really like this oasis little bit. I mean, obviously the water looks gorgeous, and I mean it's pretty much a mainstay for most Nintendo games. Obviously now that poor Miiverse has departed this existence, we will never know how beautiful water looks in games again, but I'm sure it will find a spiritual partner, or, well, not a spiritual partner, but a spiritual successor on the internet, because, I mean, Nintendo in particular does phenomenal looking water, and it is just delightful. And I definitely want to catch whatever is hidden in this sand, because, I mean, to me, anything that's stuck in this sand really needs rescuing, because, I mean, it shouldn't be stuck under the sand, because, you know, getting stuck in sand can kill you, especially if, you know, you're under it all and you've got no way of breathing. I mean, it's sort of a miracle that Lakitu can, you know, do this sort of stuff and fish in sand. But you know what? I'm going to roll with it. And I'm very glad that we did that, because poor Captain Toad. He definitely would have been dead had we not come along to save him. And we have a grand total of 50 moons. Can you believe it? Like, if we get another 10, we will have a grand total of half the total stars that we were able to get in Super Mario 64. Just, yeah. I think when I saw the total of 999 moons, my mind was blown. It was sort of blown when I saw the number of shrines and Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild, but really, like, I think it's 120 shrines and then 900 Korok seeds. But what's really annoying is that the Korok seeds are a complete waste. The Korok seeds are effectively the weakest moons in Super Mario Odyssey, times by 900, and it's not fun. And where's that bird gone? I'm going to get you! Oh, thank God for that. That bird was going to give me nightmares otherwise. So yeah, I knew when I was playing Breath of the Wild I was never going to get all of the Korok seeds, because... no. Simply not happening. What I was more willing to do, I would have been much more willing to take on the 120 shrines, but because I very much did play them in more typical Zelda fashion of I wanted to find where things were by myself and try and figure out the puzzles of everything by myself, I did end up, how shall I put it? I only did 60, and then didn't really do many, if any, of the Korok seeds. I think just enough to get what I needed upgrading. Because 900 of the Korok seeds was just excessive, and it was just like, no. Not happening. Power Moons, however, is a different kettle of fish, because one, much more satisfying to get, and also, if I'm honest, much more fun to collect. And Mario Odyssey is just such a fluid game that it felt right. So that's pretty much what I ended up doing. And I mean, I've sort of buggered myself over there, but not really, because, you know, I wanted these. And there is definitely a moon there, but you need a Jaxie to get that. But obviously we can't do anything about blooming cacti when we're just regular old Mario. Which sucks, but them's the breaks. And I think that actually we are very, very close to getting all of the purple coins in Tostarena, which is really awesome. And I feel that this is going to go either brilliantly or really badly. We'll see what happens. But one thing I did want to bring up is the name Tostarena, because obviously it's Nintendo, it's going to be punny. And it is! Because what it is it's a portmanteau of, I think it's tostado and harina. Because harina means sand in Spanish, and tostado means toasted. So effectively what you've got for this place is toasted sand. Which is very fitting. In Japanese it's called akinya, which comes from, I think it's akiki or akchi or something along those lines, which is basically just an expression for hot. In Spanish, the place is called Soltitlan, Sol being sun, Titlan being place, which is commonly found in town names in Mexico. You then have Ifezek in French, which is a play on the words il fait sec, which is it is dry. Dutch is called it Zonnestad, which is sunstroke city. Questionable. Germans called it Brutzelebene, sizzle plain. Sort of accurate, but I prefer Tostarina. The Italians called it Tostalandia, which is a mixture of the Tostarina and the suffix landia, which is land. And yeah, that's pretty much where you get the things, and it's pretty awesome. And what I do like is that throws us out on top here, which means that we're in the perfect position to get this moon. And that probably could have gone slightly better, but I'm still going to get the moon, so does it really matter? And I think, yeah, I think I know exactly the 2 moons that I'm going to get to ensure that I have my 60 moons. I might go a bit further than 60, obviously. But I'm just happy that we've effectively half completed Super Mario 64 at this point. Now, one of the things obviously you may have noticed, there are these sheep with sombreros hanging about, and you may have noticed like a little ring over in the distance. Got a bit of an escort mission going on here. Get the sheep to the farmer. Simple enough thing to do. You've just got to make sure you know where your sheep are. And I do really like that whenever you return a sheep, yeah, it just goes da 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 with the guitar bit. It's just brilliant. Although it does feel really out of place on top of the way pretty much all of the music in this level is. But I'm not going to scribble too hard. Mario's leaving footprints in the sand. And there's loads of particles going on. For the Switch, which, I mean, it's got decent enough power, but it's obviously no PS4 or Xbox One. I am just constantly flabbergasted by what Nintendo are able to do with their systems. Because obviously the Switch isn't a technical powerhouse, but it has been able to create some stunning games. And obviously Odyssey here is definitely one of them. Right, I think we can probably stand to get a few more of these, probably. And we're probably going to achieve figuring out where some of those are. Well, we know where one of them is, it's right here. But we've got our other little helpful friend for figuring out moon locations. So you've got Hint Toad. You've also got a gentleman called... well, not a gentleman, but you've got Talk To. And Talk To is a bird that will tell you the name of a moon. Now the thing that's happening here is that I know that a moon is located there, but it's not there until the end of the game, so... yeah, sucks to be me. There are a few moons like that. I'm just like, I know that there's a moon here, but it's not here right now. And that just makes me sound like a massive baby, but it's true. And this is really not a difficult moon at all. But yeah, if you talk to, which I certainly will be doing throughout the playthrough, because while I remember where quite a lot of moons are located, you get to a point where you're just like... so I've remembered where about, 60 of them are. Where the hell are the other 9? And yeah, this is the point I'm just going, yeah, just completely blanking on moon locations. And this is sort of the point where I'm kind of going, you know what? I'm going to get, as I said, most of the moons, but not all of them. Because otherwise I'd be here for an absolute age. And also you deserve to be able to, figure some of them out for yourselves. Why not? And also, we've gotten 62 bloody moons in Tostarena so far, so I think you can cut me a little bit of slack. Yeah, we're not going back to the Cap Kingdom for a while. And the other thing is that I wanted to get to a nice round number of moons. That was also part of my plan. Because it always annoys me when I end up on an odd number of moons, and... oh! I'm still going to be on an odd number of bloody moons. Bloody hell. Well, I'm just going to have to try and write that in the next couple of worlds then, aren't I? Well, right now we have a choice of where to go. We can choose to either go to the Lake Kingdom or the Wooded Kingdom. We're going to go to the Lake Kingdom since it's shorter. So, let's blast off. Yay!